Hey guys, your friend Spencer here. I want to make a video and I want to call it Satan's Endgame for Modern Christianity. Now, I think that most people today have a basic understanding of who God is and who Christ is and what Christ has done, but I don't really think that most people understand the nature of Satan and what Satan is trying to do. You see, Satan is not trying to destroy churches, he's trying to join churches. He does more damage by infiltration than he does by all-out assault against Christianity. And that is the nature of Satan. He's always trying to imitate and infiltrate the things that God has created and the works that God has done. So I want you to see here that I have an illustration. I have a bunch of pictures here in front of me. And one thing I have here is I have a picture full of Coca-Cola. And let's just say that represents Christianity right there, okay? And let's just say we have a picture here of water, and let's say that that represents the world. All right, now I want you to see, number one, that there is a difference between these two. There's a difference. You see here that this is dark and this is clear liquid. And I always believe that Christian people should be different. We should not be different just for the sake of being different. We should be different because when we got saved, we became new creatures and God has made us different. I've always said that Christian people should act different, they should dress different, they should talk different, they should walk different. And I've jokingly even said that if somebody were to bite you, you ought to taste different. And so I've said that forever. But I want you to see that there is a difference here. Can I tell you today that the world's people are nothing like the church people, and we have different philosophies. We have different eternal destinations. We have different standings before God. These people are under the wrath of God, and we're under the grace of God because we receive Christ as our Savior. So there is a difference, and it always should be that way. Well, I want you to see this is that, okay, what happened was, and this is what I believe is going on, all right, is that Satan is telling this crowd right here, you guys are trying to convert these people to your position, but you're not going to do it being as drastically different as you are. I mean, look how far apart you are. There could be no further distance between the two. And so, in a sense, you guys here need to settle down a little bit, all right? You guys need to back it up a little bit. For example, the biblical example of that is Nehemiah was standing up on the wall, and Sanballat and Tobiah told him, said, hey man, you need to chill out a little bit. You need to come down from that wall. And so basically what has happened is that these undiscerning, well-meaning evangelical people have accepted these philosophies and have allowed the world to come into the church. They have allowed the worldly philosophies to come into the church. And so basically what happened is that evangelical Christianity started to accept worldly methods. They just started to accept all this stuff. And man, just let it all in. And man, we're going to let all the worldly methods we can have come into here. And that's what we're going to do. And then after a while, they say, you know what? We're also going to take it another step. We're going to allow there to be worldly music in the church today. And man, it just kept coming on in. And boy, oh boy, they just allowed all that. We're going to have Christian rock, Christian rap, Christian everything come in. And then also what they did was they had a desire for worldly acceptance come into the church. Okay, and man, they just poured all that in. And man, we want to be accepted by the world. We don't want to be a bunch of weirdos. And so we're going to try to just be friendly and be likable and have everybody in the community love us and like us. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to not be as peculiar as we have been in the past. And then every so often, there's a round of political correctness that comes through the church. And boy, we definitely don't want to offend the abortion crowd. So we're going to try to, just say, hey, it's not that big a deal. We're not going to judge. And then also after a while, the homosexuality issue flares up real quick. And boy, we certainly don't want to offend those gay people because we're trying to reach those gay people with the love of God. We would never tell them that homosexuality is a sin. We would never say that to these people. And so every now and then a wave wave of political correctness comes into the church, and we don't want to offend the Democrats, we don't want to offend the abortion crowd, the homosexual, we don't want to offend them, and we don't want to offend the drunks, we don't want to offend the prostitutes. We're going to try to be as politically correct as we can. And so basically they have allowed all this worldly methodology and worldly philosophies to come into the church. And after a while, this thing that used to be Coca-Cola is something that's nasty. And so what Satan has done is he has allowed so much of the world to come into the church that no, this isn't Coke anymore. This is an abomination. This is something that is useless, if you will. It's no good. And so Satan has given the church a positive motive to dilute Christianity. And so after a while, man, it's really not even Coca-Cola anymore. And the truth is, this is the world. This is what used to be the church right here. And now we got some weird hybrid in the middle that really isn't affecting anybody anymore. There's a verse that says, "You're the salt of the earth. But the salt loses its savor, is therefore good for nothing, to be cast out and trodden under men." Can I tell you that stores, you go to the shelf, they sell Coke, they sell water, but they don't sell this. You know why? Because nobody wants this. This right here is useless. And what this Amy Grant and Brian Welch and all these other worldly Christians have done is that they have created a brand of Christianity. It isn't water, it's not Coke anymore, it's some hybrid abomination that nobody wants anymore. The truth is, these people right here, these evangelical Christians, they have tried to change the world by becoming the world. But the truth is, by becoming the world changed them. So Brian Welch, Amy Grant, all this stuff right here is useless. Worthless. And the only thing to do with it is just to toss it. Get rid of it. Call it what it is, a bunch of junk. And choose you this day whom you'll serve. God or the world. And don't try to be some hybrid middle, because it's not going to work. You can do what you want to, but as for me, I want the real thing, baby. God bless you, friend. Good, not watered down.